Guys, I'm sure you've seen the millions of games and wondered, how do I make my own? Will I make money? And is it worth it? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be making my own game and seeing the following. Anyway, let's dive right in the video, guys. Alright, guys, let's join creative. Alright, guys, we just loaded in. Let's try and make our new Zonewars map. Okay, so let's start on making a new island. Let's go for this world. Let's name it Zonewars. Okay. So we're in the world. And first, start building any house structures you like. You can do a base. Or just you can do 2 blocks or so, like this. Or just 1. I'm gonna go with 1. And then let's start building. So I'm not gonna go too high. So let's stop right here. And then we can build a roof and a floor. So then this is our tower. We can add a few decorations. Then you need to put your player spawner. So you'll find it right here on the front of your menu. And then you press it on your control, and you press the button that it's located in. So you put it here. And you can push it down, put it down anywhere. I'll just put it down there. So then you can edit this, and put it off, and just, you don't need to change anything. For more complicated maps you can, like the one I made. So this is the tower, you see. To give the players weapons, you need to go on team settings. So this gives any team you want, you can add power-ups, but mainly you can give them guns. So this is any team, and you can put in. I'm just going to put a Mauer pistol and this. I'm not sure why, but just so we see that it gives you the same loot. By the way, guys, if you want, in my other map, I made it so you have different guns. So you can either just make every team different and then use this, or I made like a little, like I said earlier, I made like a little this shape. Most of the towers were smaller, but I made them sort of this shape. Okay, I made it like this, and then inside it you can have item spawners. So when you're scrolling down, you can see them at the top as well, and then you hold the controller, press on there, and I put in 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there, and then you can add your loot. So say you can do that. Also, you can stop. Items respawn now. Base respawn off, and then keep on doing that. You get in a hang because I've done it loads of times. Oh, I accidentally forgot to save that. Remember, you need to save it by using OK, because it doesn't work if you don't do that. I messed up hundreds of times just not doing that. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna load in And you'll see that we're in a base. You can remove this so you can't see it, and I have the guns that I had. Okay, now you can drop down and see that base I made. You can just go in it, and you'll see. Oh, I forgot to remove the base, the invisible. I forgot to add the function. So you need to do this when. So you need to go down here, enable when receiving from player spawner on player spawned. When you have a lot of devices, it will be harder to find. But keep on doing that on every single one, because otherwise it doesn't work. So now, if we start the game, so you see we're in here, and we have our loot that we put. So now we're going to go all the way back in to our base, and you can see all of the stuff there. If you break it, you see that. So, that is how you make a Zonewars map. If you want, guys, I can show you my other game. Look, you see that? There's a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'll show you my other map. So this is my map. No reload, exotic Zonewars. I made this map when I was learning how to make stuff, and I made it so much better each time. So you see, I use the same technique doing that, so each player has a different thing, and you can see all the stuff. So, look, this is one of the main persons. It has, look, you can see, it's 150 health, and you can see all the settings, and that is what you get on this. Also, if you're this character, if you get this, you get 100 coins for getting it, but if a player kills you, you lose it, so you don't want to lose any of your coins. So you've got to put out all of it, and if you have enough, always spend on Infinity Blade or this. But look, I made this even better than the Infinity Blade, that I can spawn the item. It's right up there. And look, so you just attack. You can spiral by doing this. You can block, you can jump attack, and I'll show you. Everything that I made it do. So the basic attack does 100, which is insane. Secondary action is dodge and block. You can change it to all that, but I changed it. And a charge attack damage, but the charge attack is a drill, and that does 250. And a jump attack is 200 damage, and a knock that isn't as big as the other one, but it is still crazy. So you're going to want a jump attack. This isn't zero build, so you don't have to do the spiral attack to do more damage. And once you're out, you can go here. I can show you how it feels in game. So look, this one is different, but you have similar loot, and here. By the way, on the other one, and I made how to get XP. Every second, you get a decent amount of XP, and for every kill, you get tons. So we're going to exit this area. And And this is the 2 times damage place. You can see the 2 times damage. And then this is choose your own exotic. So now we can play. And let's see if this is good. So we're playing and you can see the turns there. And you have this loot. Turn, you get that, get that, get that. You get all of it, but I put team settings so you still get decent loot if you don't want any of these exotics. But all of them are good. And no reload, you can just spam this how many times you want. Trust me guys, it is crazy. But anyway, let's make a Boxfight map now. Alright, to make a Boxfight map you need to get a grid island. I'll just make it Boxfight. Okay, once you're in, go to content, go to galleries and then search Weeping Woods. And then find this and then open it and then you're going to see this. Don't click on any of them because as you can see it's not normal here, but look on this side, so just sometimes it's going to be right. So go here, click on this one, and then you're going to want to go on this one and open it and then see this one, use that. So it's going to be 7 by 7, so you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. So you're going to fill this until it's a big square, and I'll tell you when we're back. Once we are done, let's move on to the walls. So we're going to place them in each. We're going to play them 1 by 1, and we're going to do up by 2. Okay, once you're done, we're going to place the floors on the roof. Once done with the box, it should look something like this. And now we can move on to the next step. Next, you're going to need to go and find the barrier device. Okay, now equip it, and then you're going to put it in one corner. Let's put it in here. So now you're going to use these settings. Enabled on phase, always. Barrier material, blue force field, zone shape, hollow box, and barrier height 2. So now you're going to leave it like this and copy it in every single, don't do it here, but do it in every single one tile block. So see, just keep on doing this. Look. It's all finished. Now, let's add our player spawners. Okay, so look up player spawner. You can just find it at the top. Type the player spawner and place it in every single box. You might need to rotate it a couple times. But first, change everything, don't change anything different except for visible in game. Now do that and copy it and just place it in the center. Next, you're going to want to find the team settings. Don't change anything again and just add whatever weapons you like the players to have. So I'm probably going to choose the classic loot that you'd usually have. So we're going to try and find the guns. In most Boxfight you have an AR, a purple pump. You also have 2 ammo of every single thing. And you have a slurpfish and 2 minis. I'm going to want to sort them like that. You're going to put them in. Also, you're going to want to add your materials. I'd put 500 wood, 250 brick and 150 metal. So add all of your wood, then split your brick, and then you're going to want to drop 150. You need to really scroll, and then you drop it. Next, you're going to grab the timer, because you know the barriers, they only last 5 seconds, so you need to make a timer to stop the barriers. So first, you're going to add the settings duration, 5 seconds, start a game start on, can interact, no, activate into any, hidden, timer, label textile, extra large, audio effects off, and then save it. And now, let's get ready for the next step. When after you've added the settings, go to events and press on success sentiments of barrier device, disable, and keep on making them like this. Next, you're going to want to go to the center of your Boxfight map and get the basic storm device. So you're going to want to place it in the middle and change these settings. Initial radius 30, damage level 5, wait time 5 seconds, resize time 1.5 minutes, and then this is everything you need to do. Once you finish with this is everything, and we can start the game. So that you can see the barriers are up, and then you can see to fight with your friends. But before you finish, you can see you can break the box. So we're going to have to change some stuff in the settings. The settings you'll need to do is this. Mode, total rounds to 100. Auto start 60 seconds. Full start and max players on. Spawn limit 1. Down but not out, off. Have granted elimination. $50. Voice chat scope. All. Last standing end game. On. And go to round. Now we go to round. Tiebreaker 1. Eliminations. Tiebreaker 2. Damage dealt. And then we go on to player. And we need to go on to locomotion. Sliding off. Movement speed tunings. Chapter 4 movement. Shields. 100%. Infinite building resources. Off. Next, we go to world. Time of day. 3 PM. Light brightness. 100%. HUD info type. Score. Game score display time 10 seconds. First scoreboard column. Eliminations. Second scoreboard option. Damage dealt. And now we've finished all our settings and we can play a game with my friend. My friends are here and we're gonna start it in a sec. I'm just gonna add some traps. Let's add a ton of spikes. Actually, just add 5. Should go in a sec, or actually... Let's add it in. It does not want to go in, but... It won't go in. Finally. So let's start the game. Yeah. Okay. Let's take down... Oh, aimbot. There we go. this one is easy.